So Tesla has a PE ratio of 131 right now. So what does that suggest? Yes, you'd be dead by the time you get your money back. So why are investors buying it then? Like, why would anybody buy the stock if it takes 131 years to get their money back? The answer's on this last slide at the bottom. Yes, Mr. Ang?
The company's earnings are going to grow.
Yes. People are expecting Tesla's earnings to grow a lot in the next couple of years. So if we look at the market capitalization of Tesla and then all other OEMs, OEM stands for car makers. Tesla, right now, their market cap, what the company is worth on the stock market, is more than all other car makers combined. Would any of you think that Tesla is a good buy when it's worth more than all other companies, all car companies combined? These companies probably do $1 trillion a year in revenue combined. Tesla does about 100 billion. And so why would a company doing 1/10 of the earnings right now that all these other companies are doing be worth more than all the other companies? It's because everyone's expecting Tesla's earnings to grow, and everyone's expecting all the other car makers' earnings to drop. Here's a big reason for that. I bet you none of you have seen this car on the road because it's not on the road yet. It's called the Tesla Cybercab, and it's coming out at the end of this year. Do any of you know what's special about this car? Preston?
Send it to drive people around in a taxi.
Yes, but physically, what like about this car, is there anything that you know of off the top of your head that makes it different? Kenshi? Yeah, it's got some cool doors, but that doesn't really that's not really anything crazy. Other cars have that, Preston.
The tires?
Yeah, the tires are different, but that doesn't really change anything. Owen? There's no steering wheel. Let's see if I have it on the next picture. This is what the inside of the car looks like, and this is a real product that Tesla is coming out with. And like Preston said, this car will drive around with nobody inside, and it will pick people up and give them Uber rides for cheaper than an Uber because there's no driver that Uber has to pay or Tesla has to pay. So Tesla will manufacture this vehicle for like 20 grand. It'll deploy it out in the United States and many other countries, and it will earn passive income for Tesla. And also, customers can buy one and they can have their own fleet of these, and they can send them out and earn money themselves on them, and then they'll be in charge of cleaning them and maintaining them. So this is a huge business opportunity, and it's part of the reason that people are willing to invest in Tesla at such a high PE ratio, because this is just one of the growth catalysts for Tesla that everyone's really excited about. And does anybody know why Tesla has the ability to pull this off and none of the other car makers have the ability to pull this off right now? It's because for the last 4 or 5 years, Tesla has been equipping every single vehicle they sell with 8 cameras and a huge computer chip, and they've been training the model to drive itself on these cars that are already on the road. Like, I have a friend on Twitter. Last week, Tesla exported a terabyte of data from his car because they take the video clips of the car driving and they import it into AI models, and then the cars learn to drive themselves through watching other Teslas drive. And so now they're coming out with this product with no steering wheel, and it can drive itself using only cameras. And this is an incredible feat, and Tesla's been working on it for a long time, and it's going to pay off immensely. And remember that they've been equipping their vehicles with these cameras and these computers for the last 5 or 6 years, and that's thousands of dollars on each vehicle that they've been putting in and not getting a return on investment. And now they're going to start to get a huge return on investment because their AI models have gotten to the point where the driving is getting so incredible. It took me from Vancouver all the way to White Rock. I drove my family around and came back, and I didn't do a single thing. It's pretty incredible. So, example. No, that'll happen soon. These cars just came off the production line. These cars just came off the production line and they're driving themselves to the port to get exported. To get put onto their trucks and to get put onto their ships. No other car maker is doing this. This is reducing the costs. Like normally, you have employees who have to drive the cars off the production line to where they need to go. Not anymore. Just one of the feats going on at Tesla. And then this is what it's going to look like when you're hailing your own Cybercab. No steering wheel. So the robotaxi is just a really exciting opportunity if you wanted to quantify it. Just off the top of your head, you could say Tesla will make 10 million of these a year, and let's say the average Uber driver earns a salary of 50K a year. Let's just be conservative and give Tesla 20K a year in profits from their 10 million Cybercabs each. That's like $2 trillion in profit per year. And their market cap right now is only 800 billion. So let's say the PE ratio is 131. In 5 years, if Tesla's price was still the same and robotaxis start to do what we expect, their PE ratio would be less than 1. So things can change really, really fast when you have such a revolutionary product like this. But where things get crazy and why I'm so excited is that robotaxi is only one of their revolutionary products that are going to change the world as we know it. What they've done is they said, okay, we've developed this technology that can see the world and drive through it. What can we do now? Well, now we can take this technology that's teaching these robots to navigate the world, and we can put it in a humanoid figure that has hands that can perform labor. So the same model looks through here and can move through the world, but now they can take what they've learned from training AI models, and you could put like a camera on your head, and you could like start cooking eggs, and you're filming the whole thing. You upload that into the AI model and you do it a bunch of times. You can even do it in simulation. And then you're training this robot to do tasks that we don't want to do in the real world. This was about 6 or 7 months ago. Multiple bots form a shared understanding of their surroundings. That's like 40 pounds. So this is autonomous. Nobody's controlling it. So, none of these other OEMs are currently working on a humanoid robot. Another reason why people are willing to pay more for Tesla and less for the other car makers. Do you guys have any questions at this point? What do you guys think? Oh, Owen?
Can it perform tasks faster than humans? Or just
What's that?
It can't perform tasks faster, or it's just a lot less cost too?
I would say right now a human could do it faster. However, like guess when they announced the prototype for the humanoid? 2021. So it's only been a couple of years and they've already gotten to the place where it is. And how long can one of those work for? All day long. Like it doesn't get tired, it doesn't take sick days. That's going to be far more productive, and you don't need to pay them benefits. Like employers are going to love the humanoid robot. Leon?
For the Tesla car, it's taking videos from like, people driving their own Teslas. How does it react? Say a car doesn't follow the rules or swerves off and is about to hit them, and like the last second, like humans are like something
Like-
human would like they're about to get hit and human might swerve away or something. Are they capable of doing that or?
Well, first off, like they're learning from humans driving, so they typically do what humans do. But are you saying in the case of an emergency where a car comes into your oncoming lane, what will it do?
Or it's about to hit you and you have to move out of the way.
I think that its first instinct, like, and I think this might be the only thing that's coded in, is don't get in a collision. So I've seen countless videos of it like dodging, like it'll go through a green light and someone will run a red, and I've seen countless videos of FSD just stopping and letting it go around. Or I've seen videos where it swerves around stuff that's coming, like cars. However, oftentimes it's hard to tell if it's real or not because you're just seeing the sentry mode. But yeah, I think it's first, the only thing that's coded in is don't get in a collision. So I have seen impressive cases of it dodging. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
What do you guys think that is?
But what if it's watching videos of reckless drivers using Tesla? Then what does it do then?
Then it will learn bad behaviors. So you don't want to show it bad data.
So then how do they filter that out?
I don't know how they filter it out. I just know that they select the data, like they select the cars that they pull data from. And what's interesting too is like I watched a lot of full self-driving content from Tesla, and sometimes it does do illegal things. However, it would never do those illegal things if there was a car there. It's like sometimes it's just like uncanny how human it can behave. But yeah, I think they have a way of curating their data so that they don't give it bad data. Another thing that's interesting is like for the last couple of years they've had 500,000 beta testers who signed up for the program, and they had Teslas like this. And whenever something that the car would do that it didn't like oh it shouldn't have done that, they just press that button that's on the steering wheel, and then they do a voice recording to Tesla, and they send in the data. So they have all these beta testers who were reporting the problems, and that's how Tesla was able to feed the net model to get the probabilities that it won't do that again better. But these are good questions. What do you guys think that is? Go ahead. A train? Huh?
Well,
Yeah, like a bus, Owen? No, it's not a portable home. It's like a bus. They're calling it a robo-van. So it's a robo-taxi, but it fits up to 20 people. So if you wanted to like go to grad, or like go to the party with all your friends, you can just like call up a robo-van, and the doors slide open and there's like 20 seats inside. It'll definitely be a fun time. Any questions about what you guys have been hearing lately about the company? Like, there's a lot of negative stuff going around, and I'd like to address any stuff you've heard if I can.
what do you think is gonna happen with the stock? Cause like in that regard, because of all that's happening, like people like hate Elon, and I'm just like wondering what you think is gonna happen in that regard.
Yeah. In my head, the truth always wins, and I think what Elon is doing is a good thing. And I think a lot of people are threatened, and their businesses are threatened.
So unfortunately, my camera died at this point, and it is unfortunate because we had a really good conversation about the backlash against Elon, how I think it's going to affect Tesla stock. We talked about what it means to be a Canadian at this point in time. But in regards to Doge and people's feelings about Elon and how it's going to affect Tesla, the main argument I made was, look, the truth is always going to win. I talked about why I fundamentally believe what Elon's doing is a good thing. We went over things like Social Security fraud, and we talked about a lot of the things that people are misconstruing about Elon in regards to the mass firings, in regards to him taking people's Social Security away, when in reality he's just trying to get people to our generation to ensure that we get our social security checks by getting rid of the 15 million accounts of fraud that he found. We talked about the left-wing media bias. And then what I said was, look, I think that Robotaxi and the humanoid robot are such revolutionary products insofar as they drop the cost to do business, not only with an employer hiring laborers, but also with hailing a ride. I think that they're such appealing products in how far they drop the cost that boycotting Tesla will only become more and more painful. So I said that there's a lot of backlash against them right now, but I think the products are too good to boycott. It's too big to fail. And I talked about how Elon, he's just an eccentric guy. It's not typical for a CEO to behave the way he does, and that he's had his attention divided since the inception of the company. And I just talked a little bit how this guy courts chaos, and he's got a mind that needs to be challenged. And sometimes that can take an effect on shareholders, but it's something that through reading his biographies and through getting to know him, it's something that comes with the visionary side of him. There's the good and there's the bad sometimes. But yeah, it was our second investing club meeting, and it was great to talk about Tesla. They learned about PE ratios and market caps before I got into Tesla, but I didn't really include most of that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.